Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm in my truck today. Gonna show you what I did with this TV. Interestingly enough, this is a 32-inch TV, and somehow looks pretty small. I mean, it's kind of a large size for a truck, but this is a Volvo 780, so it's the pretty much the largest one you can get, and it's looking kind of small, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about where was I supposed to install this TV with having the top bunk here always down, because I got some tools up there and everything. I couldn't install it here on the side. I thought about over there, but it's kind of a small opening. So I decided to put it here, but it was done incorrectly. What I got was a wall mount, and the wall mount goes this way and spins this way, but because I couldn't put it on this thing facing out, I'll show you back here to make more sense here. I basically put it the wrong way. As you can see, I put it right side up, so I cannot unhook it. The thing about this mount that made it really good / cool is this lock. It locks this thing in place so it doesn't move anywhere. But the problem is it takes up some space as the driver sleeps. So your feet, even though this is a really wide truck, you might be hitting this TV a little bit. I mean, there's some room underneath, but it's not comfortable. So I finally figured it out, and I'm gonna share my mistakes with you as usual, because that's how I roll. And I'm gonna let you know, well, first off, I'm gonna show you the mount that I did decide to go with, that I'm gonna try to install now. And secondly, I have tried my share of HDMI to USB-C cables to make the phone's content display on the screen. And through trial and error, I have finally discovered the wire that works best. Let me show you the mount first, and then we'll move on to the cable. The mount I decided to go with is a desktop mount. I went with this Vivo TV 00M2 bolt down desktop. 100 by 100 is what I need on the VESA scale, whatever you call that, and it holds up to 110 pounds. And I think this 32-inch TV weighs like, I don't know, 7 pounds or something like that, so definitely within range. And the reason I am going with the tabletop is because I have the space right here. This one was a wall mount, that's why I could only put it on that side. But I've rethought this since then, and I'm gonna put it on top here so it's away from the driver feet when they're sleeping. I'm never using this window, so I'm good to block it. The only thing is, I'm hoping it's gonna fit, but I really hope that there is enough room for that to go up a little bit and just stay right there. This thing goes for like 26 bucks, so not bad at all. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to it. It's just a stand. That's all it is. It's just gonna stand right there. Actually, will it stand right there? I gotta tell you, it's kind of high up, and this connection is kind of low on the TV. Let me take this thing off and see if I just wasted my time and money. Okay, so based on the information I've gathered to install this guy, I need about 26 inches of room up there to make this TV fit. I guess it's bigger than I thought, or the mount is actually bigger than I thought. And I have about 25 inches, if that. So this is gonna be interesting. See, because it's wall mount, that's how I can move it around. You know, instead of being able to move it side to side, this is what I have. So trying to solve this problem to make it sit up there without any sort of moving around. I don't need it to move, I just need it to be right there, fill that nice little void. But instead I got this. But at least that makes it easy to take it off of the old mount. Let me get it off of there, get it onto this, and see if it's at all possible that I'm gonna be able to squeeze it in there. Just want to mention to you guys, the screws that come with this mount are a little bit longer than the ones that came with the previous mount. So on the previous I had to use 2 washers. On this one it would be probably 3 to 4, except they do give you some nice little rubber spacers, which would offset that space, but the hole is too big, which means you have to use one of the other washers that they provide, thereby making the space even larger. So I'm gonna test it out and let you know what works best for my TV. One more thing I want to mention here, as long as I got you, is the HDMI ports, which I need to use this TV for my personal use, which is a cable that connects this directly to my Samsung Note 10 Plus, is with a USB-C cable, is all I need. If you're planning on using this stuff, there's an Ethernet port in there and the old school RCA audio composite cables. You may potentially have a problem. Just letting you know, because this is where this hole ends over here, and as you can see, it substantially blocks, I would say, half that hole. If you need any of this, you're good. Also, the power plug is over here, totally and completely unencumbered. So just a quick note there for you. Still don't know if it's gonna go up there. Cross your fingers and pray for me. Hopefully I didn't just waste my money on yet another mount. This is why I'm bringing you this video. I know it's not the usual car stuff, but if any of you happen to have this truck and would be interested, I'm letting you know how it's working in this particular truck. Now, I have yet to figure out how to make it fit on the 670, on which I'm hoping to use a wall mount connected there, because it doesn't have the ladder to get up to the second floor. But that's another video. This is the 780, and here's hoping that this is all gonna work out for me, so I can get rid of that thing that totally is not supposed to go with this truck. But this one might be too big to go with this truck as well. So we shall see. Okay, so this mount comes with the larger washers and the tiny little baby washers. The baby washers are what you want to do with the larger spacer. So first the baby washer, then this guy, and into the hole it goes. Now, when you're screwing it, what I did was hold the plastic, I think that's plastic washer, down away from this plate. Does that make sense? Because you're gonna have to unscrew this, screw and unscrew. So this plastic one moves around. As you can see, it's got plenty of room in there to move around. And what I did was hold it away from there, so it doesn't interfere with this plate when I go to install it later. So basically, as you can see, it moves around, hold it down while you screw with the other hand. Unfortunately, I only have two hands and I won't be able to show you, but I think you get the idea. The thing that worked for me was the tiniest screw, the baby washer, and the plastic spacer. All right, let me go ahead and throw those in and move on to the next step. So there's the installed plate. There's your screws with the spacer and the washer removed from the post. I'm gonna go ahead and take that guy off, then put some screws in for this one, pilot holes or what have you, on top there, and see where it's gonna go. In order to secure this thing better, because this is not exactly strong material, it's not a 2x4 that you'll have in your wall. I got these things from Home Depot. Here's your model numbers if you need them. This thing fit exactly through these larger holes. One on this side, one on this side. Regular bolt through this side, through this, and on the back, washer and nut. All very simple stuff. I just wanted to show you that I did use a back plate to help secure this on the top ones, the top two, and another one on the bottom two. And I'm gonna go ahead and reuse that, hopefully from the top, if this allows me, because this is probably a different, most likely a different bolt pattern, so we'll see. Also, just want to mention, if you can, use the nylon insert nuts that will stay put no matter what with the shaking. I used basic ones here because I didn't have the other ones. I told myself that I was going to go ahead and replace them with the nylon ones. Never happened. I've had this for maybe a month now, and I still haven't, you know, once the TV's hung, you kind of don't really feel like doing anything. It did not get loose, so there was that, but just to be safe, use the nylon nuts. They cost a little more, but the peace of mind, you know, it's worth it. So that one's out. Unfortunately, there's some markings and some holes here, which I'm gonna have to get some trucker sticker to just go ahead and cover that right up. But now let me go ahead and mark the top side and see exactly how we're gonna be able to pull this off. These, by the way, do not fit this way. As you can see, the holes are not working out for me. The only thing that I can think of as a possible solution is maybe going like this. Where is it at? Maybe going like that. Those, see how I can show this to you. Those almost kind of work. I'm gonna try it out and I'll let you know. I really don't want to use the screws that they provided, these guys, because they have nothing to hold on to. If you're screwing this into a 2x4 in a wall, absolutely it's gonna hold. But this cheap plastic stuff right here, I would not trust the TV to be held by just that. So let's see what we can figure out. So I've got some great news. I've made the markings and it looks like it's barely gonna fit, within millimeters, but it's gonna fit. So I was going to reuse these with some washers, and I mean, they fit. There's a bunch of play in there, but they would work perfectly fine. And I was gonna use these locking washers along with them. I found some tiny ones. This is all I have left. You know, I love to save old leftover stuff. Like, these are definitely not getting thrown out. They're gonna be arranged in there for future, you know, who knows what. All of these leftover parts, I just love saving random nuts and bolts because you never know when you're gonna need it. So I then decided to take a look in here. These are the bolts that would fit in the back of your various TVs, right? I am using the tiniest ones to get the plate onto the back of the TV. The tiniest, like I showed you earlier, like something like these little guys. Now these, I don't know what the hell kind of TV these would go into the back of, like a, I don't know, 80-inch or something. These are very, very beefy nuts, bolts, but they did not come with any nuts. And as I was telling you earlier, I happen to have in my box, I had 4 of these nuts with the nylon, try to focus here, with the nylon insert, and they fit the bolt perfectly. I cannot believe it. So I'm not gonna use any plates, nothing like that. Look at this, there's almost no play in this guy. Put that on, put the washer on the other side, 4 bolts, and be done with it. I am very, very excited about this. I'm finally doing it right with the nylon nuts, the nylon insert nuts. These should hopefully hold with all the friction and vibration that you get in a truck. I have marked my holes there on top. I'm about to drill through them and get this bad boy attached. Let's get to it. Well, there the holes are after I marked them down. Pre-drill. The drill's a little tiny bit smaller than the bolt, but I'm hoping the bolt will go in. There's gonna be some mess. I tried to get it in my hand and into the garbage, just letting you guys know there will be a little bit of a mess. Maybe something fell in there, I don't know. Regardless, whatever you can't catch that falls on your bed, just swipe it over here on the side. Nobody will ever get into that little spot to clean. I don't even want to show you what's in there. It's pretty disgusting. I mean, just dust from all the years the truck being used. That's neither here nor there. Pilot holes are in. Let's see if we can get this guy put in place. So it is in. Because the pilot holes that I drilled were kind of too small, it was almost I used a screwdriver to get these bolts through the plastic, that they were almost holding this thing without the bolts underneath. I obviously did screw the bolts in underneath as well, and now look at that. Seems pretty fairly solid to me. If this works, well, let's not jump the gun. Let me make sure I put this in the right place and get the TV up on this thing, and let's take a look at the finished product. And there is the finished product. I wish it was a little bit shorter. Like, I wish the bottom of the screen would be like right here. Why is it so high up? At the same time, look at this. Very, very tight fit. Very tight fit. But I gotta tell you, the vents kind of still have a little bit of room. That's, you know, not the greatest, but what are you gonna do? It swivels a little. I put it exactly so it can go all the way over there. It does rub a little bit when you twist it, but when am I ever gonna be sitting over there? Never. I'm laying down back over there where my pillow is. And the best part, the driver's feet are free. You can sleep and roll around and what have you. TV will not be in the way. This thing seems very solid, and there you guys have it. Now, as promised, I'm gonna show you what wire I use to connect the TV to my phone. There are a lot of garbage wires out there. I've tried quite a few of them. Oh, I actually didn't open the instructions once. That's interesting. Men don't need instructions, right? The wire I finally went with is this Uni, or whatever it's called. I will leave the link for you to the Amazon page in the description below. But basically, this is it. Comes with a little cable management thing, which I'm sure no one cares about. Seemingly very high quality cable. Seemingly. It looks like it's well built, USB-C to HDMI, and works on my phone, which as I mentioned is a Samsung Note 10 Plus, very well. Transfers the image right to the screen. And there you have it. There you have it. I'm gonna leave the link for the mount and the wire in the description below. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. There is the finished product. Just laying down, turned it on, and there it is. I have absolutely no idea why the screen is showing it in portrait mode, even though my phone is in landscape mode recording. But there you have it. Whoa, that's pretty trippy. But yeah, there it is. Final product. It's all I really needed. It fit on top, it fit on both sides, and it's out of the way of my feet. Like I said, just need a sticker to patch the holes up, and we'll be good to go. I mentioned this uni wire, and I want to be honest with you guys. Right now it's working perfectly fine. As you can see, the wire is going and it's connected to the phone, but it was just giving me some issues. But I gotta tell you, from the 3 or 4 different ones I've tried, this one has been the most stable. It's not perfect, and I can't, as far as I know, do the Chromecast, even though it's built into this TV, because you need Wi-Fi, and I can't use my hotspot because I would run out of my limit. I have unlimited Verizon, but hotspot is like a 10 gig limit or something like that, so not great, and I would run out of that in like a day or two. Well, a few days maybe, I don't know. But in any case, this is the best solution that I have found so far. It's not wireless. I do love wireless, but it works. It works for now. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!